Hello, welcome to the channel and thanks for joining us. If you've been with us since the beginning, you'll know that we've previously hung our old dartboard, made a surround and installed a light. But if you're new to the channel, thanks ever so much for watching, and do check out our previous videos to see how we got on with all of that stuff. But today, excited to say that we're actually fitting a new board, finally.
Yay, finally.
Yeah, the other board really has had it. I mean, it is destroyed. It's 25 years old, I think, and I don't really remember playing that much back then, but it's taken an absolute hammering, and the wires are properly just like poked into the sisal. They're distorted, bent, it's dried out, and we've found that just the darts are bouncing out. And
yeah, and the wires are huge as well, aren't they?
oh yeah, the wires are massive. It seems like anytime we get near a decent score, the dart just hits the wire and bounces out. It seems like the outer ball is almost entirely made of staples, and it's just horrible. The board had never been rotated, and we've rotated it recently when we've put it up to try and help us out a bit, but quite frankly it's just destroyed and it's way past being replaced. So today we are finally replacing the board. So what did we go with?
We went with a Blade 6.
Indeed we did. We went with a Blade 6, and the reasons for that really were no more complicated than we did a little bit of shopping around, and there are various decent brands out there, and for us really, to be honest, we just wanted something that was kind of medium price but still had a good reputation and would last us well for a while to come. And we've been watching the PDC and they were using a Blade 6, and we looked at those, and yes, there are I think 3 different types: the regular one, the dual core, and the one they use on the tournaments, the triple core carbon ones. We don't need anything that expensive, and to be honest, we did look at some reviews on those, and whilst they can be fundamentally be the better boards, actually after a period of use it seemed like you got diminishing returns really. And for what we needed and the price difference between the regular ones, the dual and the triple core, we thought we'd just go for the regular sort of standard Blade 6, which will be a perfectly good board for us and will last us.
Especially while we're learning.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we just want something, to be honest, where the darts will actually stay where they went. So
nice.
it would be nice, yeah. So anything over and above what we've got would be a bonus. But to be honest, having something that's a decent brand with a nice reputation is just all we need, really.
Yeah.
So the only issue we've got today is that we need to rehang it. Now, if you did see the first video, maybe second video, I think, where we actually hung the original dartboard, we had to kind of really, there's a word I wanted to use, which I shan't use on YouTube. Even though it's a legit word.
It is a legit word.
But yeah, we had to basically rehash the back of it. So with the bracket we had to hand was one that required a keyhole slot cut into the back of the board. So we had to countersink or drill out part of the back of the board to fit the bracket, because it was an old one that used to be in one of those cabinets. So do check that video out, it'll be explained much better there.
Yeah, we didn't have the proper bracket, did we? And we didn't want to wait to get one. We could have bought one, but
yeah,
we just wanted to get something on the wall so we could play. So we just found something in the shed
yeah,
that we could use.
And it's worked perfectly. And I have to say, I mean, it's millimetre perfect in terms of the height. You know, the height of the board, the centre of the ball is exactly 5'8" to the millimetre. But because of how we hung it, it means that we can't just put the new board on the old bracket, because the new board, it comes with the what you would call like a universal sort of screw to be able to rotate the board properly as you should, which means the screw is dead centre, which means the bracket holes now are going to be in a different place to the one that we had to hash into our wall. So we've got a bit of jiggery pokery to do. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go and have a look, see what we've bought, get the box open.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be so lush to get a new board. Right.
Can't wait.
Come on, let's go and have a look.
Let's do it.
All right then, so here's the box as we've received it. So let's see what we've got. There we go. Oh, and there she is. Whoa. Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. I'll move this one out of the way. So there it is then, the Blade 6. And as I say, this is the standard one. It's the first of the of the lineup, but that's more than enough for us.
Little lines there for the 2 and the 3. Haven't they?
Oh, that's right. Yes, they do.
Blade in the 6.
Yep. Cool. Because the triple core one, apart from the carbon third lining on it, it's also got, I think, like a matte laser cut steel numbers as well, the number ring.
That's right, yeah.
But I think this one's got white potentially.
Yes.
Right, so what have we got? Let's have a look. Okie dokie. Well, there's the fixings then. Yeah, so we'll take a proper look in a minute, but there's the centre screw that we can pivot and turn the board around on. We've also got some feet in there as well, so we can lock it back to the wall to make it sort of flush and take the bounce out. Here we go then. I'll hold the box a bit if that helps. No. Oh, nice. Here we go. Right, wonky camera work. Here we go. That's it. Oh, hello.
Oh, look at the colour difference.
Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool.
Wires as well.
Honestly, wow, that is lovely.
Teeny tiny.
Nice. Alright, so straight away we've got these nice white powder coated number ring. That's really nice. Oh, look how thin these wires are.
That's what I was just looking at.
I know
and
it's
no staples like in the...
I know it's called a blade for a reason, but wow, that's phenomenal. There's like hardly any wire at all there.
No.
Wow, that's amazing. Those segments are so clean and clear. And look at that ball, that's amazing. Okay, you all right do you want to hold that up to the other one a minute? Yeah, hold that. Yeah, take the board up to the other one.
Okay.
Right, okay. So, you okay there for a minute? First things first, look at the colour difference. That's sort of white. Wow, that's white compared to that's gone like a real creamy browny colour. And then look at, just very quickly, we'll just have a quick look at there's nothing there. I mean, that ball is just a couple of very slim rings, whereas this one is almost all metal. There's all the staples. And by the way, guys, you can put that down now, babe, it's very heavy. This is so mullered. You can see these wires actually go below the level of the sisal. They're bent. You can't really appreciate from here just how badly bent these wires are and what a mess everything is. It's dry. Oh gosh, it's just destroyed. And if you we'll find it. Oh, there you go. There's a point. I just took one of the darts out and one fell out with it. I mean, literally. I mean, look. There's nothing. Yeah, there you go. So. And honestly, it's just been horrendous. It's never been turned before, and it's way past it now. And I think even if it had been turned, generally the whole thing's so worn out and dry, I think this whole thing would have needed replacing long since anyways. So, just to whip back over here then. Look at this, it's so clean. So on the reverse then, I'm assuming we just screw into the back. Yep, so we've got the hole clearly defined there for the screw. And then you've got the feet, so you've got these sort of like brass nutserts, so we'll screw the feet into those and back those out to the wall once it's in place. So the first thing we need to do then is get the old one off the wall.
Yes.
So that will just be a case of disconnecting that and going from there. So yep, that'll be our next job. We'll do that now.
Okay, so we need to take the light off first. Oh dear, wrong way.
Your first time behind the camera.
It's all gone wrong.
It's literally the first time behind the camera, isn't it? So anyways,
I think so.
There we go.
There we
so
go.
Moving this
Yeah.
is as easy as that.
That.
So there's the target.
So that's the
corona
lights
vision.
around. Yep, coming off. To one side.
So check out the previous video to see how we fitted that.
Yes.
And then comes...
And off comes the surround. That's it.
Check out our previous video to see how we made that.
Here we go
And
then.
here's the dartboard. So if you come in now, and that's as easy as that to remove, but here's the thing. As I was trying to explain, all we had was an IKEA bracket. So I'll try and get behind the mic a little bit. But basically, we had a situation where the only bracket we had meant that we had to counterbore the back of the board and hang it up like a picture frame, which means that it's not hung at the centre itself, it's only mounted at the centre. So now that we've got to put the new board on, it means that this screw is in the wrong place.
Too high now.
And in any event, I think to hang the new board, the screw goes in the back of the board and we've got to put some brackets up on there.
Yeah, I think it's either side, hasn't it? We'll open up the brackets in a second, have a look.
Okay, so let's go open up the brackets, see what we've got. Okay, so first thing we'll do is take a quick look at what we get inside the packet then. And we've got a little Richard Ashdown checkout table. Very nice, to go with our very old Eric Bristow one. That goes to show how old this is. Wow, okay. Be nice if we could hit any finish, to be honest. Be nice if we could hit a double, let alone worry about finishing a 170 or something. Anyways, so what we've got in here then? Basically a load of sales malarkey. Ah, here we go, and here's the instructions then. So we'll take a look at this, but basically, okay. So it's going to tell us exactly where we need to fit the bracket.
Yep.
Quite interesting. See, yeah, it's not. It's interesting. You probably can't really see from here, but this was one of the issues that I thought we'd come across. Now, because if we come to this one over here, that's dead centre on the board, and we had to have it so that when the screw was in there, the crosshair, as it were, of the centre of the screw lives inside of that upper part of the keyhole. So then that way you would guarantee exactly 5'8" to the centre. But with this, it's a bit vague, because there's your bracket, and those screws don't line up with, they could have been done with 5'8" as well, or something like that. Whereas it's actually just basically saying on here that the height is 5'8", which is obviously your centre of the ball, and that's telling you to aim for the centre of where that screw goes. Well, that's fine, but actually it would have been easier, I always think, because I preempted this really, would have been much easier to have said the height to the centres of these screws, just to mount the bracket, because it's not actually telling you where to fit the bracket, it's telling you where the centre of that screw needs to be once you've fitted the bracket. Just think it's all a bit backwards really. So, you know, is it rocket science? Well, maybe, maybe not, but you've basically got to say what gauge screw, what thickness of screw is it, what's the centre of the diameter, what does that mean to that part of the bracket in relation to these screw holes to make all of that make 5'8", whereas really, as they've produced and punched out the bracket, it would have made far more sense to just tell you where to put the centres of the screws, which is the one thing that's not actually shown on there. But anyway, we'll go and figure that out, and perhaps we'll let you know what that height actually is. So anyway, yep, let's just check and we'll get this open. And so there's your bag of goodies. Effectively, there's your bracket. A little bit of galvanised steel there. Yeah, so if you can see what I mean, basically the centre of that screw hole, which is the centre of the board, is going to be 5 foot.
For it to focus.
That's going to be 5'8". So when that lives in there, yeah, you see what I mean? Those centres aren't quite.
No, they're not the same.
Not lined up. So we've got to do 5'8" minus literally like a 1/16 or 1/8 of an inch or something. So we'll figure that out. We'll let you know. We'll let you guys know what it is in a minute when we get it measured up. Okay. Right. So the best way of figuring this out to make it as accurate as we can. Obviously, it's hard to kind of gauge it when it's in the wall like that. So just by turning the screw around, we can then mark the centre of the screw, which we've extended out to the size of the bracket like so. So that's our true 5'8" there. Then I've measured up from the floor to that tiny, I've made a little witness mark there at 5'8", and used a level to score a line around the 5'8" line. That now means that when we line up the bracket on the 5'8" line, we can then mark our screws to there and there. mark them there so that when the screw is in the back of the board, it will drop in and be exactly 5'8". So we'll let you know in a minute what that actual height is off the floor to that bracket, because that might be quite useful. Because as you can see, it's slightly shy. It's about 3mm shy. Okay. Okay, so the plugs are in now, and we measured them, I think, at 1725 mil.
Yep.
So about sort of 5mm shy of what it says for the finished height. So we'll get these in. Now, there's a tiny bit of play in the screws, which is helpful. I'll just come behind the mic so you can hear me better. So that allows a bit of float. I was concerned that there wasn't any adjustment on any of this for level or anything like that, but I've already marked my level line against the bracket. So I'm just going to go ahead now, tighten these up just by hand, nip them up, and then we should be ready to put the screw in the back of the board and hang it up.
Okay, so next we've got to screw the centre screw all the way down. I think it says all the way down.
That's it. Screw him home.
And then the feet. No,
Yeah.
we've skipped step 2 and we're going straight on step 3, and now we're going back to step 2.
Okay, what was that then? I think for now we're just going to screw these feet
They've
all
got
the
to
way
go
in,
all the way in, yes.
and then back them out once they're on the wall. That would be my plan. So
that's what it says. There we go.
because if you just have a look at the other one, we put feet.
Yeah, we put little rubber like stopper thingies on, didn't we?
Yeah.
That we just found in the shed.
But these will be able to lock us back out now, so
There we go.
the wall shouldn't be that far out, to be honest. Right, should we go
And
for
then
it then?
this allows for the turning of the board as well.
Yep. Right, here we go
Okay.
then.
For
So,
moment of truth.
well, we say that. This might not actually. This could take 20 minutes.
Yeah, this this is a bit that takes the time.
Isn't it just? we might run out of. Oh no, there we go.
Oh, is it up?
That's it. Not the first time I've heard that. Right, okay. That's it. And then just by backing these screws out, it'll help to push it against the wall, fix it in place. Obviously we'll get a plumb line through that to make sure it's properly level and what have you. Now then, the moment of truth.
Oh dear.
This is where I'm going to look like a complete turn if I'm on camera now. But yeah, there it is. From the floor, as you can see.
Can't really see it,
Now,
but
if
yeah,
we made it
it's
down to the floor,
shiny.
6 foot, so that's 68 inches to the centre of the ball, so it's 5'8" down to the floor.
There we go.
Yeah, happy with that?
Yep.
Cool.
Perfect.
So we're just going to get a plumb bob and just line that down through the centre of the 20 and the 3, and then we'll use those little wheels to just back it out a little bit against the,
Perfect.
marvellous. Good stuff.
There we go. So it's up on the wall and we've levelled it, we think. We're going to put the surround on.
Ah, you're kidding me.
What? So
this
what have we got?
Oh no, man.
Oh.
So this board is literally 3/4 of an inch smaller than the old one.
Okay.
Oh. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you get for not doing it the other way around. We've gone ahead and made the surround to the board, believing that all boards are the same size, because all the surrounds are the same size.
Yeah, we did talk about measuring it, didn't we? We didn't.
And we said no, it can't be, because nothing's changed. They're all the same size. The boards fit the old surrounds, blah blah blah. And at some point during the last 20 years, they've obviously made the boards smaller, and now we've got a dirty great gap all the way around our.
Well, that's okay. We can sort that.
Yeah, we can.
We'll have to pack it.
We can sort that by making another surround.
No.
I'm not even joking. We might have to yet. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to cry now. So just, this will be a good time to stop the camera. Okay, so we've realised that the old board is actually 46 centimetres across. So we've had some foam that's come to the rescue, and we did think about unpicking the actual edge work from the felt, but of course 5mm away round is just going to be impossible to try and make up and put back together again. So as I say, by putting some foam in that little gap and reinstating the light just there, I think we've hidden that joint really nice, plus also by packing the foam in there it will help transfer any sort of noise and stuff like that as well, or absorb any noise I should say. So I think we'll be alright. So do you want to put the light on?
Yeah, just step back and then you'll be able to see.
Yeah, you'd never read that.
You can see it quite when you're close up, but when you're stood back there,
yeah,
you can't see it.
And there you go. Magic. So there it is. There's the new board with the surround and the new lights. And literally we've not even thrown a dart at this. This is legit. Like, you know, we are literally just doing this for the first time, just to share it with you guys really. So no, I'm really pleased with that, and it looks fab. Obviously we'll tidy the lights up at some point, the wiring for the light. Yeah. But there you go, that sort of comes down. You can see we've only just fitted it, it's the drill still down there. But there we go, that looks quality. Well pleased with that. Yeah, so what are you going to do? You're going to throw the first dart then? Oh, here we go, no pressure. Oh dear. I think that treble 20 is safe.
I've got dodgy shoes on.
You got dodgy shoes on, dodgy arms as well. Oh hello, 20. And 4. And a 12. There we go then. 36 for you. Marvellous. Okay, so we got plenty of practicing to do, but I think we'll call that a win. So there we go then. There's the Winmau Blade 6 finally up.
Finally, thank God. Just.
I can't believe we actually said, you said, didn't you,
yeah,
about the board? Shall we measure it before we, or take the measurements before we cut the hole in the surround? And we sort of agreed in the end, and we said, well, they're all the same size, surely. Given that, as I said before, the surrounds all seem to be universal and what have you. So lesson learned there at least. And also, I think with the lights as well, the lights that fix to the outside of the dartboard, you would think that they would have been to a certain dimension, but obviously they're not. I guess
but that old board is 25 years old, so those light rings and all that. Yeah. Those are new-ish, aren't they? I guess. They might have changed them. I mean, it's only a centimetre, yeah, but it was just enough to make it really obvious.
Only crazy folks like us would have been using a 25-year-old dartboard. That was the thing. So, so really, yeah, caught us out. But I think we've got away with it.
Yeah, it doesn't. You can't see it. You can if you're really close up to it, but
yeah,
if you're stood at you only can see it if you know it's there.
Yeah,
we know it's there. But
so there we go. So there it is. Anyway, there's the Winmau Blade 6. Everything's finally up and running. So we've got the board up, we've got the surround up, we've got the light up. Yes. So now we need to just have a bit of a practice, get used to try and get some sort of semblance into our stance and into our throw. Figure out what's going to work for us. We've got really heavy darts and really light darts, so we're going to see how we get on with those, and then probably go shopping for something a bit more sensible and somewhere in between. Yes. So yeah, join us next time when we'll be doing just that.
Lost it.
She's got so much to say.
Oh God, no I haven't.
We'll see you soon. Take care. All the best for now. Bye bye. Hello, welcome to the channel and thanks for joining us. Let me just close that back door.
I don't even know why.
Hello.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, I'm good.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to the channel and thanks for joining us. If you're new to the channel, thank you in particular. No, that's rubbish. Let's start again. Hello.
That wasn't even me that time.
Oh, it was me. Okay, here we go. Ready? Stop. I can't see what you're doing because I haven't got my glasses on.
I'm not doing nothing.
Okay,
I'm waiting for you to start and then you don't, so I start laughing.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Hello, welcome. Oh, Jesus. Right, here we go. Here we go. I can't do it. I can't do it. Hello, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining.